Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
That's indeed, yes, the vital to the future of you all. What's happened to my camera? Wait. It got reset. That's really weird. 1 second. Let me deal with this strange event. I should do it. Does that do the trick? No. I think we'll do this, then this, then this. Am I back yet? Am I back? I don't know. There you go, easy office. So there you go. I'm back. Good evening, afternoon, good morning. How is everybody? I guess that's a bit behind the scenes stuff. That was really weird. I was like, help me! Dude, I need a bit of space, mate. I need a bit of space. I am a bit sweaty. Let me tell you. It's always best not to be downwind to me. That's what I would recommend. And it's hot. Oh my God, it's hot this year. It is a hot year. It's not even July yet, and it's like you go outside, it's like my underwear has turned into Velcro, right? Just by walking around the block. I can take it off, give it a nice good old ring, get half a pint out, and then throw it on the wall. It'll stick there. That's how hot it is. It is very hot and sticky out. It really is. God knows what's going to be by August, but by August, I don't know what's going to be. Okay, on Apocalypse Watch, on Jewish Apocalypse Watch, Orthodox Jewish, crazy religious Orthodox Jewish Apocalypse Watch, which is basically what I give you. Right now is an important time. It is the sun is setting on the final day of the month of Sivan. That means the first day of the month of Tammuz is starting tonight. Now, during the month of Tammuz, on the 17th of Tammuz, we have a day called the 17th of Tammuz. It's not a very inventive title. It was the day that Jerusalem was laid besieged before its eventual destruction several years later, right? It's a few bad things happen there, but then that starts 17th of Tammuz. It goes on for 3 weeks, right? And then in the last week, the last 9 days, when it gets into the month of Av, right, it gets your morning gets much more severe. Like from 17 Tammuz, first you don't eat for like about 17 hours. You won't eat from dawn till dusk, right? So it's a minor fast. They're not so heavy. Although this time of year you're not done till about 8:30, right, or 7:30. So what day would that be? If it's the day I'm streaming, I'm breaking the fast on air. No, I'm not streaming that day. Whatever. Anyway, I think we'll look it up in a minute. Anyway. That's 17th of Tammuz. And from then on, you don't listen to music. You don't have weddings. And then when you get to the last day of the month, you get into the month of Av, which is my birthday. You get you don't eat meat, right? You don't eat meat. And what else don't you do? Or drink wine, right? And then on the 9th day, you have the heaviest day, Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, where you don't eat for 25 hours, right? You go no water or drink for 25 hours. And it's a really serious fast, and everybody does it. It's commemorating the destruction of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem about 1,950, 4950, 51, around there years ago. Right? So my theory is this, right? Well, firstly, when you hit a new month, there's always a new energy coming in. I'll say we're about an hour out from it right now, right? When you hit a new month, and each month has its own, energy, right? So that's coming in. So this is the month where bad shit goes down, right? But then again, for the Jews, every month there's that. I mean, it's like we don't have that many happy. We really don't. But this is why you don't engage in court cases or business or things like that. Because it's not a lucky time, right? It's not a lucky time. So I developed a theory this year that it's not a lucky time for the world, right? It's a time of strife for the world. And the reason we have in the tradition of Judaism, well, the reason that God made it happen, that we have to mourn in this time is to give us a inoculation against this basic dangerous time. These are called the months of Asaph. Right, so they're very passionate. They're wrought with passion. She cried. Officer, she was wrought with passion, or at least that's what I'm bloody paying for. Anyway, I digress. So that's but so that energy is right now. So that's why I said a week or so ago, like 2 weeks ago, but before the SCOTUS, the bullshit thing kicked off, right? I said about a week beforehand that it's going to. I think something would happen in the next 3 months, because I think this 3 months is pivotal. But I really thought it was going to be sooner rather than later. But I wanted to like hedge my bets a bit, right? So I said within that time frame, and it's kind of you only realize it after the fact, all right, right? But so we're in. I think we're in the roller coaster now. Like we are in. We're in the end game. We don't know what the end game is, but I think we're about to get into the end game, right? And I don't know how long it's going to go on for. I think 3 months is my guess, right? I don't know. I'm interested to find out. I have no idea what it will be. Here's what I think is going to happen, though. That essentially all the liars will be forced to shut up. They'll be like so humiliated, right? They'll be like, I think what's going to happen is something like this. If I can design it, I will call it the moment of truth. Like a moment where we just get truth, right? And we know our own bullshit. The moment of truth, right? A real total truth. World changing, right? World changing, but we'll snap back right away. But like at least all the bullshit will be over. And that, that's what I'm finding like just so draining about living in this time, right? All that, yeah, it does. Okay, there also is somebody like, again, this may be my delusion, or it could be my my perception, one of the two. As somebody who feels like they live with a relationship with God, I've been punished by God before. I know what it feels like, and it's always bearable, right? It's always bad, but bearable. Like it's always like, that's what it's like, but bearable, right? And that's what this feels like, right? It feels bad but bearable. I mean, not indefinitely. It's awful. I mean, good God. Again, it's all the bullshit, like it's just everybody's like so full of shit. It's unbelievable. Like, oh my God, all these like weird justifications for demanding COVID vaccine mandates and not my body, my choice. I mean, like, of like saying, when Trump says fight like hell and peacefully protest, that's an insurrection. And that actually was what it was impeached for, right? However, what was the name? There's so many of them. AOC, what's the name? Pocahontas. What's the name again? I can't remember. They're all saying fight, and they're not being figurative. They're being literal. Like they're like, you gotta fight. I'm like, and that's, I don't understand, right? The bullshit is just so much. There's so much bullshit. Like I thought the most bullshit I would ever get would be seeing somebody who's clearly a woman, clearly wearing a military outfit, which was roomy enough because that woman was a one of the new type of women that had peepees, like just grinning at me from a podium, going, I thought that's the most bullshit we could ever. And we always go, yo, yeah, that's a woman, yeah, 100%, women, oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank God now men can be women, that women are getting it right, they're getting it perfect. And there's so much narcissism. It's all bullshit. They're all lying all the time. All of them, and they all know they're lying. Do they? I don't know. It's like Whoopi Goldberg. I don't know if she knows she's lying. It's you really gotta like be on. Okay, your heart's gonna rule you. The heart is the captain of the ship. I say it all the time. The heart is the captain of the ship, but you've got to inform your heart rather than letting the heart inform you, right? And that's why everything's an emotional story, right? You know, they really trying to sell that where people want it to be Handmaid's Tale. Why? Okay, that's really my main question. Why? What? Okay, let's say you want to subjugate women, right? Let's say you want to do that, right? Why? Well, I mean, it's okay. I have to tell you, it's much easier being honest and nice. Right? It's they're doing, well, I'm gonna keep you. No, just be honest and nice. Okay, that's it. That's it. Get married, and you know, find somebody you love and spend your life with them. It's so much better and so much easier, right? My next step, if I didn't do was doing that, I guess go to a hooker. Why not? I mean, that just seems, I don't know. I don't get why the Bible prohibits it. Like, I'm like, if she's willing and he's willing, and it's like, okay, whatever. I guess I'll go along with you with it. But like, that's what I mean. There are many options, is what I'm trying to say, right? You can be normal and nice. You can date somebody. You can be married, right? Or you can go to a hooker, right? There's many ways of having sex, which is much easier than having a totalitarian regime it makes everybody walk around in red capes and hoods, I mean, like white bonnets. Like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And for what? Really for? And I have to tell you this, like, you know, the idea of being forbidden to work. You know why there's so many, there's more women in the workplace now than men? Do you know why? It was to lower labor costs. It really genuinely was. And that's why there's such a push against, prohibiting abortion in any way. That increases labor costs for corporations. But the crazy people love the corporations. They freaking love them. Weird as hell. But anyway, yeah, it's economics is everything. You think morality ended slavery? No. The cotton gin ended slavery, right? Morality didn't end slavery. Yeah, it's much easier not to have to do it, for Christ's sake. You know, terribly sorry for taking your Lord's name in vain. You know, I really, I try not to do that. You know, my own guy, I can use yours. I guess he was Jewish, so you know, so it's all fair. So good evening, good morning. How is everyone? Sorry, that was a bit of an opening monologue. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So let's pull up some of my candy. Share screen. I'm saying the bullshit. Oh my god, there's so much bullshit. Like, you know, you watch the news and it's even Fox. It's all bullshit. Although I do like this woman running for governor in Arizona. She calls out everyone. Oh, she's awesome. She was CNN. There's a CNN reporter was waiting and to ask a question, and it's just walking. She says, and she's like, "I tell you what, I'll give you a full interview as long as you put it on CNN Plus. Do you still have CNN Plus?" And the reporter's like, "No." No, of course you don't, because nobody's interested in your fake news. Leave me alone. She's awesome, okay? And she calls out electoral trouble. I can't play her in here. I'll get in trouble. But man, she was on Fox News and she called out and was saying, that they have to say the word baseless election fraud, right? They have to say the word baseless every time. Indicates I don't think they're so sure it's baseless, right? I would think, the less paranoid you are about it, the less suspicious, right? That's just major suspicion that things were fishy. The Biden side of the world, right? That's you're acting guilty, mate. Is all I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, I digress. We have a lot to get to tonight. Neil Patrick Harris moves in. Yeah, bloody hell, he's like living here. What's going on with that? Like his family's here. That means he's in for a lengthy stay. Your family doesn't move in if it's, if this is a quickie, right? I mean, Yasmin Finn is done already, right? Oh, by the way, interesting rumor just dropped, right? I heard it on TARDIS Zone just before I came on. This was from Unknown 289. Apparently, it's the rumor is what we all thought. What we all thought was going to happen before RTD. What we all thought. And I don't think anything has changed, right? That Jodie says goodbye to Graham and Yaz. She's been mortally wounded by the Master, right? She gets back to the TARDIS and goes back to Gallifrey, which has been restored. And she's on a hilltop, which we've all heard the hilltop rumor. Maybe upon the next one, Orange Sky. And she starts to regenerate. Change your fate away. And then you hear her laugh. Maybe. I don't know. Over the and it's the end. It's you can literally take your Capaldi and feed it to white. This is gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's about to be scrubbed from reality. It's gone. Yes, it's a self-wipe, right? It's a self-wipe. Which is a skill I didn't know. Jodie Whittaker, you want to teach your kids that, being a self-wiper, right? So here's what we're not. So we also want to do the Worlds of Wonder. I've been meaning to do that for a long time, and we don't have anything else to do. Don't have any recaps to do, right? That's something that's like a normal thing. But I'm up to date on everything, right? And I'm not doing any more Jodie ones until I had a copyright claim by the BBC, and it's got about another week to expire. My other copyright strike, if they don't reply, I think in 2 days, that comes off. Ha ha! So, but if I'm waiting for that copyright claim to dissolve, and then I'm going to go back to doing them, right? In the meantime, we got Orville and Strange New Worlds for the next few weeks. Strange New Worlds. Well, how do I feel about both of them? Well, let's look at the Orville thumbnail for this week. Okay, I think it says it all. Yeah, this is him jumping that shark, right? Jumping that shark. Orange Man Bat. The Orville New Horizons, series 3, episode 4, Gently Falling Rain, gently falling to Trump derangement syndrome. So I found the biggest counter argument to this is like, I'm seeing it. I'm pretending it's there. I'm not. It's there. Okay? It's there. It's so obviously there that if it's there unintentionally, then they did a horrendous job, right? An absolutely horrendous job. Bit of a divisive episode of Strange New Worlds this week. This is not going to surprise you. I liked it. So for this week, we go for sort of, and I'm doing the guy from Futurama. That's because I can do. Sort of Shore Leave episode. Shore Leave, I think we'll say it's more Shore Leave mixed with The Offspring, right? It's tonally jarring in that it's got a kind of silly fairy tale plot thing happens. That's why he's dressed as a king. But then it's got a really serious turn to it, right? I look, generally speaking, I like this show a lot. It's this season, even if they got to do a really bad job in the last 2 episodes to turn me off, like a really bad job. Who did a really good job, however, was Big Finish. Who'd have thought it? This wasn't bad, although here's the one real criticism of it, right? It's 4 stories, 3 of them excellent, 1 the mediocre. The mediocre one is the last one. David Tennant is in 1 story. Have a guess which one it is, the mediocre one. Look, the writer for the last one, Lizzie Hope, I haven't really heard her do anything great, frankly. And I think she'll give them the Tennant episode to carry her. Look, the other writers on this is there's Lou Morgan and Una McCormick, but yeah, you both know they're both going to be good, right? They both are serious, solid writers. And the other one is Elizabeth Miles, I think, who's really, really she's one of that new batch that had a lot of bad writers in it, but she's really coming together. She's a good writer. So this set is a good one, right? It's essentially Trial of the Master, but in a weird, creepy, psychological horror way, more than a sci-fi way. Yeah, so that's what I say. This is basically how this series has changed. And it changed with the last one. I can't say if I like it or not. I think I do. But the last one didn't work. This one, they get that balance right. It's the they moved away from science fiction and are now more in psychological horror, right? So the first story is it's like they're on a wood planet and they don't know where they are. They just wake up. They don't know how they get there. So that kind of set up, and the master's there. And I love this master. Derek Jacob is awesome beyond awesome. Like I really, really liked him in it. And there's all these like there's something going. People are vanishing one by one. There's something happening with the trees, and it's an interesting idea, right? I like the idea. Then when you find out what it is, this leads to the trial of the master, where these ethereal forces are putting him on trial, these super powerful beings. And he calls up an episode from the past, which is this episode, of where he went to a planet and he was the least shitty person there. And he was actually a force for good. Like I say, everyone just their self-interest. So that was an excellent episode. I like that a lot. The third episode was another episode from his life where you had it flashed back to the first box set where you have this big sci-fi plot going on in the background, which you deal with in that first box set. But he's just retired and is running his vineyard, right? So during that time, there's an alien invasion of like alien mold or something. So, and this is him like wiping it out, like going to war against it because he doesn't want his grapes messed with because he wants nice wine, right? And finally, they bring the Doctor in the fourth episode to like be an advocate sort of for him. And it's a clever Machiavellian turn why it was brought in, but it's a weak episode. Look, Tennant's great and Jacob is great and the set is fantastic. It's a recommend. Just the mediocre. The weakest episode is the last one with Tennant because it was given to the weakest writer, right? And she's the weakest writer. I am sorry, right? Look, you want to flood it's important for you to have female writers, fine, right? I'm going to call them out. I'm going to treat them like everybody else, which I do. Like I get shit for not liking the Orville, right? I do get shit for it, and I understand. Because we all want to like the fucking Orville, right? Everybody wants to like it, right? I want to like the Orville. It's not my fault. It's shit. What do you want out of me? Right? I really wasn't up for giving Kurtzman a win in anything, right? I'm like, ugh. And I assumed it'd be shit, but I said, no, I'm going to go in with open mind. And when you do that, you know you're going to have to be vindicated. It's going to be awful, right? I can't believe it's good, right? I'm still amazed, right? I am still freaking... look, if the Messianic Age starts tomorrow, this will still surprise me to a great extent, right? I mean, I was like, really? Strange New Worlds, and it's been good. There's one shit character in it. Lieutenant Lesbian Latinx, or Latinx Lesbian with their size of head shape. She's shit. Everything else is good. Everything else is good. It really is. And you get quite a lot of eye candy, right? People are allowed to be sexy in it. Oh my god, it's wonderful. Like they even had Uhura was slightly sexy this week, right? She was playing like another character, of course, but and give her some hair and bring her hemline up for God's sake and put her in heels, okay? She's an attractive woman. Make her look attractive, right? You don't have to do anything to Nurse Chapel. Freaking awesome. She plays this like a Daisy Wench in this one. I was like, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm up for that. Yeah. Sons of Fairy Tale. This, if you didn't see my last stream, I'm releasing this at some point. I'm uploading it. It's a short video, but it's funny. Nicola Bryant's JNT Pantogate Shocker. I really just want to use the thumb again. Doesn't that look perfect? Oh, Nicola, you're gorgeous. I'm really enjoying season 22. Like I was like Vengeance and Varus last night. I said, oh yes, be upset about you not having Zyton 7. Jump up and down and jiggle. Love the purple. Love the turquoise Perry. Oh, turquoise Perry is better than pink Perry. Turquoise Perry is better than pink Perry. That's just a fact of life, baby. That, although listening to them to do Behind the Sofa, right? Who is it? There's who's with them? Oh, Davros. What's his name? Terry Malloy's in it, right? And it's Colin and Nicola. And he's like, oh yeah, and he also cut to Peter David, Janet Fielding, and Sarah Sutton. So when Vengeance of Barris comes on, they're like, she's got another costume. Oh my god, she's got to like, how the hell? And then Terry Malloy says, it's the same thing, just a different cousin. Oh yes, they made me wear lots of versions of that. Oh yes, it's awful. Listen, I'm sorry they made you do that, Nicola, right? But they did that when I was a very young, impressionable boy, and you're always going to be on my mind, darling. You're always on my mind, much like the Pet Shop Boys. That's just going to happen. It's blame JMT. Blame JNT. I know I do. This I just recorded. It's going out tomorrow. So these are things I'm not dealing with, right? Dr. News World, Tenant to Play, the creation of the toy maker. That's the going rumor right now. I quite like that, right? I quite like that idea. I like it being like, I like it. Maybe it's a faux doctor that got out of control, right? So that definitely interests me, right? That definitely does interest me. Which would mean, again, I would love it if there's no connective tissue between Jodie Whittaker and this new David Tennant. I would love it, love it, love it. Be able to exercise this from reality forever. Because it's gone. It's forgone. If that happens, if they do a fade to white, it's over. And I can so see him do a fade to white and a laugh. God, yeah, I know you like Blake 7. Oh, best ending ever. Best ending ever, because that was Avon's gun that fired, man. That was the sound of Avon's gun. Awesome. You know what I'm talking about, baby. You might fine, let me get to the chat. Half hour in, let me get to the chat. What should I pull up? Doink, we'll go for you. DC is here. How you doing, DC? Ryan Gosling is literally, oh, we'll do that story first. Lonnie is here. How you doing, Lonnie? Gareth Morgan's here. Wouldn't it be interesting if the other guy was just a clickbait decoy and Harrison was a real doctor? Holy shit, that's a great idea. I love that. I love that. That's really clever, Gareth. Yeah. That would be crazy. I really like that idea. Paul Tozer is here. Hello, Sword Engines here. How you doing, Sword Engines? Whizzing through the chat, as I do. Not whizzing on the chat. Red number 1, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Glad I missed that stupid Nintendo Direct. I don't know what there was, but thank God I missed it. Matthew Burrows is here. How you doing, Matthew Burrows? Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. They're both together. Only insanity can ensue. Oh, my wife's away from the night. It's very, very disconcerting. I have a bit of we call this a bayit rake in Israel, and when your parents are away. But because she gets up early and commutes into work, and boy, she's doing great in work. Oh my God, they're taking her on a. She's like a natural fundraiser for this organization. She's very good at it. She basically was meant to be like the tour guide and do stuff and work on their English things. For this charity, they make these incredible arts and crafts things that all this stuff that you want. But they have like these impoverished pensioners do it, and they're all these different artist studios, and they teach them to do a thing, and the stuff comes out great. So they get a hot meal every day. They get transport. They get and they get a wage. They get a little stipend, right? And they get something to do. It's so good for them. I tell you, Israel's really great if you're coming in as a pensioner, right? My grandmother moved to Israel to live with my sister after my mother died, right? So she saw her daughter die, and she was sick, and her husband was dead, and like, his last few years he had Alzheimer's. She had a tough life, right? And so she had about 3 months to live or 6 months to live, and so she came and lived with my sister, and she built like this apartment onto my sister's house. She lived there. And because the life here is so good for seniors, like there's all these seniors activities, right? Community stuff going on all the time, and everything's very, very family orientated. And She ended up living like 10 years, right? It was incredible. She had like such an incredible bond with my sister's kids. It's lovely, right? It's really, really lovely. It was a real like generations joining, right? And he did that because there was just, it's just nice. It's just, you live a good life. I don't know how we got through to this, but living a good life, not a bad thing to do, right? Not a bad thing to do. Em is here. How you doing, sir? Who else we got? What did that? No, it's going to really jump now. Oh, no, it didn't actually. Jump. Now it won't go back. Come on. There you go. You can do it. You know you want it, baby. You know you want it. Em is here. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Darren M is here. Em and Darren M is here. Wow. Was it going to cause some kind of like, are we going to need the reversal polarity of the neutron flow? She cried. I tell you, if you get a young girl, not a young girl, a young lady, not a young girl. I want to be very clear. Somebody of marriageable age. In Western civilization, obviously. By the way, I sent my video, which was my monologue on Sunday. I put out the other day about America, abortion, civil war, the end of the world. As a video, I sent it to a bunch of my friends, and one friend said, "Look, I got 20 minutes in, I couldn't go anymore." I'm like, I'm quite impressed I got that far. So he's going to give me the cliff notes. And I was like, okay, did I get up to the point where I was talking about sharing porn with your father? And then I put in the next WhatsApp. Oh, wait a minute, no, not your father. Obviously, that'd be weird. One's father, right? And that's what next WhatsApp. I thought I should clarify. Didn't get back to me yet. Mark the Vicar is here. How you doing? Heather Sulu's here. Thank you for joining us here. I've seen you for a while. I'm glad you are here. Because I got the rights to Doctor Who, I would definitely take it more horror route with the action oriented stories with the Daleks. Yeah, I hear. Well, I would do several different strands of Doctor Who. Obviously, as I'm sure Russell's going to be doing, right? We're gonna have more than one version of Doctor Who. I mean, I would love there to be an animated series, right? Doctor Who Infinity, right? Doctor Who Infinity. Each week it's a different Doctor. You could do a master episode. Oh, good animation, be awesome, right? Be like somewhat stylized. I think that'd be really, really cool. Frozen. Now I can't. There we go. PD Richards there. How you doing, PD? Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Let's get some angry red face in the chat to start. All right. Okay. Did it work? I think it worked. I had a bit of a rant, right? I know. I'm just, have a bit of a competition. Down with the flux is red number one. I can't disagree with you there. Down with the flux. It's not good if you get it up. If they get up him, is what I say. Dave travels through time. Channel 2. She cried. Hello, Rabbi. Hell chat. Hell to you, Dave travels through time. Slap the Rabbi with a like. I like it. I might pretend to struggle, but no. I'm up for it, baby. Again, not in real life. If Harrison's really moving his family to Cardiff, as suggested, it would seem that the other guy was a red herring. Well, no, I think they're here for the summer, right? That was my vibe. We'll watch that in a minute. He put out. I downloaded it. He put out a video on Twitter, but it looked like he was here for it. It didn't look like it was a week excursion, right? Again, Yasmin Finney got a lot less time. So he's definitely a much more character. And people, I don't know why everybody insists she is Shooter's companion. I don't think she is. I mean, I hope she isn't. I do hope she isn't. Look, God bless her. I just think it's going to be about her identity too much if she is. Excuse me. Just taking a bite of apple. Keep myself, keep blood sugar level up. Cam's man, that was a big one. Cam's Crash Course. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Who else we got here? Paul Tozen, I said hello to you, but I'll say hello again, right? Why not? Can't do it too often. That's what I say. New Horizon Ones. Neil Patrick Harris is the 14th Doctor. Tanner is the Valiant. Yeah, why not? I wouldn't like anybody other than Michael Jason to be the Valiant. I think he's an awesome Valiant. He's got that great voice. Lonnie said I ranted. Did I rant? I think there's a war on globalist brewing in the West. I agree with you, right? I think that's what's going to break down to. But abortion, man, I don't know. The leftists, they cannot handle anything, right? You know, you always ask, like, leftist positions, they're always like, take no personal accountability for anything. Like, okay, like, you're pregnant. Could you maybe have not had sex? No, that's crazy. Could you use the condom? No. Could you take a pill? No. Abortion? No. Okay, I guess. I mean, like, could you take no personal accountability at all? It's like, they're like that with everything. And like, yeah, I know it's a bad situation, but you made a life, you know? And I'm not even saying don't take the life. I'm just saying acknowledge it's a life. I mean, and here's the thing. That where they are, where the conversation is the wrong place for them. It's not, is it alive or is it not alive? It's, does it matter, right? Does it matter? It's obviously alive. The conversation has to be, does it bloody matter? And I don't think it does. Bottom line, when they actually ask the question, they go, no, it doesn't. If they'd be honest. Solar Fair AR3038 disappointed me. I was hoping it would at least startle us earthly. Yeah, still alive. Listen. How there hasn't been, you know, an apocalyptic thing been sent by the good Lord? It's beyond me, right? It shows you the insane what's the word I'm talking about? The insane it's because of the P, patience. The insane patience of the good Lord, right? Monk of Magnesia, how are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. I mean, like, they're bitching about maybe not having the right to kill a 9-month baby. I mean, really? That's what you're bitching about? I read the Rani is coming back as a fat Jewish bloke. I could be wrong. Well, listen. If anybody would like to come in the Rani, that'll be me, baby. That'll be me. Well, obviously, we're talking prime. What's her name again? Kate Amara. we're talking Oliver level Kate Amara. Okay, that's where we're going. Let's look at what's her filmography. I think this is worth an investigate, don't you? The Lives and Loves of Kate Amara. Here, we'll go over here. Doink. This is going to make it freeze. I don't know. Kate Amara. But she did a bunch of Hammer movies, right? And she had to have been a bit bikini-esque for that, right? One can only hope. Here it comes. I'm sure they're saying Kate Amara's heard more than once. Look, what can I tell you? She's a hot actress. This is the way things go. Fine, let's share that screen. Which is something Kate Amara's heard more than once. Let me tell you. Chrome tab. Kate Amara. There you go. Beauty and the Bit. No, let's go to the earlier stuff. The Tamaran Sea. The Horror of Frankenstein. Yeah. A Horror of Frankenstein, Kate Amara. Yeah, this 1970 was a good year. Desperados. Oh, yeah, all these are good. Okay, you're looking late. Welcome to Japan, Mr. Bond. Money's assistant. Oh, I got to see that. Okay, there you go. So that's the Pedro we're talking about. What was I talking about? Answers, please, on a postcard. Share screen. Doink. The reason for adjustment being illegal is has to do with dependence of the hooker on the work. I don't know. I think the client probably depends quite heavily as well, right? I mean, men do like sex, right? They do like sex, and I have to tell you again, the easiest. This is like you should teach your kids, right? The easiest way to have good regular sex is to find one person, fall in love with them, and spend your life with them, right? That's the best, and it is, and it's the easiest way to have a supply of good regular sex, right? It absolutely is. Just don't be an arsehole, right? Failing that, okay? When you get older, all you got to do is stay employed and reasonably washed, right? That's it. That's absolutely it. But yeah, again, the easiest way to have sex is just be a normal human being. CK Charlie Cats. Funny, there's a bill in the US protecting abortion rights where Dems have a small majority and cannot get it through. They can't get anything through. Gay marriage was the same thing, you know. And do you remember that everybody laughing, saying that what the idea was a slippery slope? Well, that's going to be crazy. You know, it's turned out to be the case, though, didn't it? And it's like that really annoyed me about the Orville, right? The bit where they talked about abortion, it showed what the freaking problem is. The way they punish somebody for having an abortion in the cruel world on the Orville was they made them meet a simulated version of the kid that they killed, right? And the kid's like, "Oh, mommy, why did you kill me?" And they feel bad. That's the worst thing ever. And, you know, Captain Seth MacFarlane's all pissed off. Oh, how can you do this? This world can't be the world you want. I mean, look, being real with your choices. Oh no, that was the thing that's like the worst thing ever for them. Didn't Joe Biden pay Hunter Biden's Russian prostitutes 30 grand? Yes. That just came out. Oh, and also he knew about the China deal, leaked audio. So many people are going to be impeached. Okay, in November, so many people. Merrick Garland totally going to be impeached. I mean, it's going to be such a a red wave, right? They're just going to have to like divvy up committees to impeach all these different people. They know it's going to be a bloodbath. What I think is likely to happen is that the Democrats, which they've never done before, obviously, will this time actually try and engage in an electoral fraud, and because they'll do it like they do everything else, they'll get caught, right? The reason I think it's feasible that they did the first time is because I believe in God, right? And I think God did a miracle for them, and they didn't screw up in the normal bumbling way that they screw freaking everything up, right? That's what I think happened, right? I think they weren't the massive screw ups that they normally are, right? And that was a miracle, right? They got away with their bullshit, but of course they didn't. It was the safest and most secure election in human history. I mean, it was the safest and most secure. Absolutely. Fine. I'm up to 716 in the chat. We're talking about getting rid of Jody. Goodbye. Colin Archer is here. Just how badly the Chimble here has failed. It's obvious how quickly interest has moved on to next day. I know. And I found two types of toxic Jody fan reaction. There's one that's like the sad kitty, what, and the other one that pretends everything is awesome. Like, everything is awesome. No, it's fantastic. Oh yeah, you talk to everything is awesome. Yeah, everyone's got Jody. No, it's awesome. Everything's awesome. Yeah, that's really what they're like. The realization that Professor Yana was actually Marshall was one of the few oh shit moments for me in the air. And also, I liked how dark his eyes were in that reveal. I mean, he really didn't get enough time. That War Master sets are fantastic. They really are very, very good. It's like, I like the Master stuff they do. It's like what the Master does when he's not fighting the Doctor. It's really kind of fun, right? And I like all that. I mean, I like the Missy and the monk stuff, right? I can't stand the meddling nun. God. Oh, Gemma Whelan is so bad at it. Also, the Lumiere, the female master. Leave me alone, right? I don't trust Kirsten and Roddenberry as far as I can physically. It's crazy. I agree with you. Okay, what you're saying is true, right? PD Rich, what you're saying is absolutely true. How this has happened, I don't know. I just figure they needed to do something that worked. Right, and they're doing everything. I mean, like, I don't know how it happened. Next season might be awful. Next episode may be awful. But so far it's been really good, right? Really good. But here, let's have a quick look at the. I'll take you through we'll do a season review. Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Hang on. Bye-bye, Kate Amara. Bye-bye, Kate Amara. I was on a... There we go. And we share the screen now. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm really in the bag for this show. I really genuinely am. Screen. Okay, I got to get a move on though, because I got to start that Worlds of Wonder review. Right? We got to. I mean, I've been trying to do that for weeks. So the episode of Strange New Worlds. It was a very simple episode, right? That's a very simple Star Trek episode. It was, I mean, again, I was expecting to hate it, so I was like, Children of the Comet, I really didn't give enough. I had a very negative take on it again because I wanted to dislike it. It hadn't won me over yet, right? Once it won, I mean, I'll go back and watch that. That's the thing. I find this stuff rewatchable, right? Ghost of Illyria, again, I was still warming up to it at this point. At this point, I said, yeah, this is actually a decent Star Trek. I enjoyed this, right? Basically, these episodes, I was getting used to it. Memento Mori is, what's this one? This is the first one I went, this is good, right? That's the one where they had the Gorn and it was like a cat and mouse kind of episode. Yeah, I like this. Also, in their first episode, I did like the was it T'Pring? It's T'Pring, isn't it? I should say up here. It's T'Pring, right? And she is smoking hot. Gia Sandhu. She is smoking. So I did like that relationship with Spock in the first episode. So Spock and Mock, I really enjoyed, right? I thought it was super fun. I've warmed up to the show by now, right? They won me over with Memento Mori. That was a Gorn episode. And again, very good episode. Good jeopardy. Spock and Mock was just fun. It was a fun episode. It was a body swap between Spock and T'Pring. And it had a good B plot. It looks gorgeous. Having it look gorgeous makes a big deal to me, right? Lift Us Up Where Suffering Cannot Reach. This was a great episode. I mean, I saw it coming a million miles away, right? I keep giving the description of this series as imagine Star Trek had a stroke and is learning how to walk again. It's basically where it is, right? And that was your boy Zach's description. Serene Squall people didn't like. I thought it was fun, right? It was Pike and crew dealing with a pirate takeover of the ship. The crew went down too easily. There should have been a way to incapacitate them, right? They should have worked that into the script. But I thought that was fine. Elysian Kingdom was the one we just had, and it's it was a super powerful non-corporeal entity making the crew into like a fairy tale setting. Very, very Star Trek-y. The tone didn't really gel for me, but I'm telling you, I will go back and watch most of these episodes. Right? I really would. In fact, I really would like to go back and watch those earlier episodes now, because everything's about the way your attitude going into it, right? And I try and be as like neutral going into anything as possible, because I really want to be. I want to give you what I think is a fair reaction, right? Because I like being honest. I think that's a good thing, right? So I really generally try and be as neutral as possible going in. Everybody has baggage, but I definitely would like to go back and watch those earlier. But I'm saying, so far I would recommend the season, right? It's been enjoyable for me every week, right? Let me go back. Fine, still at the chat. Okay, about half hour about. Okay, I'll get to it. I'm scanning for new names. Okay, I'm scanning for new names. People talk to me. So I will still place the last scene of Blake 7 equal with Blackadder Goes Falls as best ever ending. I agree with you. Fantastic, right? Read Blake 7. You have to read Paul Darrow's books. So I do. I got the book on tape, the first one. It was just too long. That's the problem with books on tape. They're too long. That's why I don't like the Big Finish books on tape. They're too long. right? It's too much of a time investment. I would, if they were 3 discs and they were cheaper, I would buy them, right? Having said that, I'm totally getting the Kate Amara one with the second Doctor. Because Kate Amara, right? You listen to Big Finish Vienna spin-off. Oh, that is good. I do like they're like, they got a nice vein in like weird little sci-fi. And she's also in the Eric Roberts Masters stuff as well. They go well together, right? And she's good. She's good at being the sassy kick-ass assassin, right? You'll be doing it in a Roddy Coles case dead around a decade. Well, that's why I said 1970s Kate Amara, right? Much more bouncy. I will hope. David Hammond is here. Neil Patrick Harris is going to be incredibly good. Series 1 to 4, what was it? But I think the quality of the old days. I think this is going to be huge. This new rumor has really made me excited. If you didn't hear it, if you weren't here earlier, the rumor is that the Whittaker finale is it fades to white, right? It fades to white. Whittaker says goodbye to Graham and Yaz. I guess she has a bit of a tongue kiss, bit of scissoring. Oh, I can't stay with you, Yaz. I'm too scared. But aren't you a hero? Oh, I don't know what a hero is. Okay, fine, very good. Oh yeah, Eki thought. I always wondered what it felt like. Don't answer that. So yeah, she leaves them and she goes back to restore Gallifrey. She's been mortally wounded by the Master. She goes to the hills of Gallifrey. She's associated outside those on a hill. My guess is it's going to be like an orange sky, and she's going to go back to her roots to regenerate. Yeah, she turns to white. You don't know if she's going to regenerate or not. It fades to white, and then you hear a laugh over it. Okay. It's just a rip-off for Blake Seven. Badly. Everything about it is bad. But Ogrons need to come back. Okay, the New Adventures books, especially one with Kate Amara, really did the Ogrons proud. You know, it's too much work, okay, to bring us on. But I should really try and talk Dr. Alex into doing books on tape of the New Adventures. I mean, that's got to bring traction. You can't buy them anymore, right? And I would listen to a chapter of that a week. That may be like compulsive viewing for me. But like, yeah, I suggested he did this Alan Moore Christmas story one. It did okay. It's like, although he's got over 1,000 subs now. It did okay. You know, I feel terrible. He got in touch with me about 2-3 days ago, right? I can't remember, but I've been like so crazy busy this week. I haven't even looked at my messages. Yeah, but you know, I do think they should bring Ogrons back. That I think they're I think there's a lot of potential there. Wasn't a massive fan of the auctions, probably due to the fact that I'm not a massive Pertwee fan, so Jekyll and Hyde. Controversial, I know, but you know, everyone's allowed to like what they like, mate. Everyone's allowed to like what they like. Okay, whizzing back through the chat. There we go. Let's go, because I'm getting close now. I slow down as they get closer. Yeah, and I am talking about reading the chat. I'm not talking in code. Aha. Where are we up to? I think I'm caught up. Am I caught up? I think I've got everybody. I think I said hello to everybody. There we go. Fine. So let's start with a bit of Neil Patrick Harris. Okay. So yeah, here's a video he dropped yesterday on his Twitter. Right. And annoyingly, he hasn't followed up yet, which is what he promised to follow up. 1 second. He pull this up. Give me a second while I whip this out. Oh, we've got to look at this as well. Okay, that's very cool.
Yo, I'm not.
So, again, I just like that he's charming. You know, it's like he seems charming and normal, right? Yeah. Here's the thing. I really now in hindsight, right? Now we're looking back at the Jodie Whittaker era. Like, I think she never had any confidence that she could do the role, right? I think she always knew she was going to be terrible, and she heavily overcompensated, right? There's always this massive tension. First, it was this arrogant tension, okay? That's maybe where it came from. This, like, do you remember how she stomped up and down that catwalk when she was just before she started in what was it, in the convention. What's it called again? Comic-Con. Well, David Evans and Russell Brand has gone up in your book. Mine too, actually. I do agree with you. There's so much arrogance there, right? Because I think that's where it comes from. I think they know their shit, right? This imposter syndrome. Terrence Dicks never worried about imposter syndrome, right? Yeah, he's writing his 100th Target novel. He's not saying, "Oh, I'm an imposter." No, but there was all this tension, like carried through that entire era, and this feels relaxed, right? This feels normal. So anyway, so he's here with his family.
Hey, yo. I'm not gonna call you Scriber anymore because it sounds like you're an author and you write things. So instead I'm gonna call you Yo. Sup, yo? I'm here with the family. We're in Cardiff.
But he is just like my neighbor, right? My neighbor, we have this I mean, literally my next door neighbor. He dressed up as we have this holiday called Pouring where everybody dresses up, apart from me. And when you get drunk, they say, "What were you dressed as?" I said, "A psychopathic killer." They look like everybody else. Anyway, so he very much got the same temperament as Neil Patrick Harris here, right? He dressed up as Woody from Toy Story, and he really kind of worked with it, right? He's just like a nice guy. There we go.
And they finally arrived. It's summertime, and I couldn't be happier. Harper has a riddle. She's going to ask the riddle, and let's see if you can guess it. And I'll give you the answer tomorrow.
Okay, he didn't give the answer. This kid is so cute. Okay, this kid is insanely cute. Okay, I couldn't go work out the riddle, so if we can work out together.
So, a plane is flying over the sea. They crash into the rock. There are 20 people on the plane. When they got into the water, because they're flying over the ocean, there were 24 heads. How is that possible?
Okay, so 20 people on a plane that crashes in, and they get into the sea. When they get there, 24 heads. Well, there's a lot of things it could be.
Because there's 20 people on the plane. How is that possible?
20 people on a plane over the water. When they crash into the water, there are 24 heads. Find out tomorrow, yo.
Listen, I'm a sucker for this. I understand I'm a sucker for it. But, I like somebody being nice to me. I like somebody not sneering at me. Oh, it's so relaxing. Right? It's just so relaxing. I just hope this era is going to be good. But it is really genuinely relaxing. Having somebody just be relaxing. Relax to me, right? And you get that a lot from the new Rusty Davis era, right? I don't get Shooty looking down his nose at me. I get the feeling that he's so excited and happy, right? I never got that feeling from anybody from the Jodie era, except perhaps John Bishop and Dave Bradley, like the two best people in it. They're the ones who both seem to have, any humility, right? And you can only have humility if you have self-confidence, right? You really can. So anyway, let's get back to this. And I think the lack of self-confidence really pulled through. So this is a stupid story, right? This image is going around Twitter, and they're saying, "Oh, look, you know what this is? Obviously, this is Melanie Bush, Bonnie Langford, and the new companion, Hebe, about to go into the TARDIS with David Tennant." Firstly, somebody actually gave me that box set, right? And I was going to pay for it if I liked it. I still haven't got through the first episode. I got no impetus for it. I really, really don't. So it's not a great character. But this is Donna, you blithering idiot, with Wilf. I mean, clearly. So then, other big news is Russell T. Davis. Russell T. Davis on social media. Is this the one he wrote? No, this is Shooty Gatwa. Good morning, Ryan Gosling. But I truly love this man I truly couldn't love this man any more than I do. I do like the t-shirt he's wearing. It comes from an interesting place. Is this the? Oh yeah, Russell Davis also showed this. This is genuinely Ryan Gosling wearing a t-shirt shooting Gatwa as Doctor Who. We're suing him, of course. Illegal merch. So where does illegal merch come from? There's a bootleg. Now this guy is apparently a bit of a douchebag. I don't know anything about him whatsoever. He's got me blocked, right? So I really generally don't know anything about it. I've heard people tell me he's a bit of a douchebag, right? But he made this artwork. It's quite nice. I think the artwork's good. And somebody took it, made a t-shirt out, a bootleg t-shirt out of it, right? Which Ryan Gosling started wearing. Like, how did that happen? Right? It's even got his name on it. Look, Matthew Purchase. You can see that. It's so crazy. Oh, it is really, really great. Listen, it's a good look for him as well. I do look like that look for shooting, right? That's just funny. Yeah, that is genuinely just funny. What's next? What else do we have here? I think. Okay, next is this. Now, I'm not a fan of this stuff, but I love fan creativity, right? So I saw this shit today. I think it's done perfectly. I personally, it doesn't. It not that it doesn't do anything. It actually turns me off, right? But people like it. But this is colorized. Let me run it back to get back and think. This is a colorized clip from Two of the Sidemen, right? It's a famous thing. So here we go. Let's watch this together.
Of course you won't. But you know, the memory of him won't always be a sad one.
I think it will. You can't understand being so ancient.
Eh?
I mean old.
Oh.
You probably can't remember your family.
Oh, yes, I can when I want to. And that's the point, really.
And here's the thing. And again, I hate to continually rank on the current era of Doctor Who. Could you imagine Jodie Whittaker being anywhere near this empathetic, like genuinely empathetic? Like, I can't. Graham said, "Oh, I'm scared my cancer's coming back." To give up, let me go over here. I ignore you. I mean, like, it was the least heroic thing I've ever seen anybody do. This is beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful scenes of Doctor Who, right? I think this is up there with one of the most beautiful scenes in Doctor Who. There's this one. There's a bunch of good ones. I mean, okay, Tom's best scenes would be the Ark in Space, Episode 1, and the Have I the Right speech. Man, that was a good season, right? I mean, that's just prime. Anyway, let's get back to this.
I have to really want to bring them back in front of my eyes. The rest of the time, they sleep in my mind, and I forget. And so will you. Oh, yes, you will. You'll find there's so much else to think about, to remember. Our lives are different to anybody else's. That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
And that's why Doctor Who is awesome, right? That's why Doctor Who is awesome. It's always been awesome, right? That awesomeness has always been part of its DNA, right? Doctor Who is just, only Doctor Who can really do that, right? Fine. So, people know the love for Doctor Who, and they know it's very, very powerful, right? And that's why Jodie Whittaker really wanted to use it, for social, to make social change, right? Because Doctor Who always had a powerful. Let me turn the sound off on this. So this is the latest exploitation of Doctor Who, and I think something rather wonderful. Let me just find the channel this comes from. Second, new thing, doink. Well, I've got a bunch of articles I'd like to get to as well. If not, I'll do them as videos. We go to YouTube. I got to go to YouTube. I keep putting them in the comments and the chat and things like that, and I never get to them. Right, so this is the time I have to get to them. They've got a great little channel of visiting places. I do recommend it. Oh, that's going to take forever, isn't it? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah. So anyway, they're at Doctor Who Worlds of Wonder. I'll wait for it to open up. Love the Stone Angel. It looks like they got a nice attention to detail going through. Now, I've been to a lot of good Doctor Who exhibitions, especially since the revival, right? What's the best one, right? Let me think. I think it still has to be the Matt Smith TARDIS. You go through Amy's crack, who were. Here, 1 second. Okay, fine. Just open up now. I'll get to my history. The Matt Smith. Well, the Matt Smith TARDIS, they recreated that. You went through Amy's crack. It's not me that said it. It's just the way it is. Here we go. Let me do a search. World of Wonder. Doink. Should come up. Here we go. Right, let me just pull up their channel. Thinking about it. The channel is Proto Guru 25. By the time I pulled it up, I know the mods will have it in the channel. Okay, I understand that. I'm still giving it all I got there. There you go. Oh, I got it. They got a bunch of places. York City sightseeing tour. I like this channel. Short Circuit Johnny 5 3D print. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Number 5 is alive. Don't even blink. Honestly, the script for that's fantastic. But what really sold that was that one David Tennant scene, right? That they did as the DVD extras, right? That performance, and it was like what, a 2-minute bit. That's what made those. I mean, it's a lot of combinations, but really that's one of the things that really made them so scary. Great performance. Still, my favorite episode though is my favorite Angel story is was it Flesh and Stone and Time of the Angel? That Matt Smith one's absolutely fantastic. Okay, very good. So again, like nice attention to detail put in here. Let's move in a little bit. Oh, I like the Sontarans you've never seen before. Yeah, like there's a new take on Sontaran. Again, nice. I mean, you've got to expect this is mainly an educational exhibit, right? Which I like a lot. I mean, one of the best ones I ever went to was it was like in Miami, the Star Trek exhibit in the Science Museum. It was fantastic. It was, and I just love. It feels like we're just getting a sniff that Doctor Who's coming back, right? I like the lighting of the doorway. All this is good. All this is very good. I think one of the most important things of exhibit is what you see as you go in, right? And it's nice. You see there's lots of directions to go to, and again the branding, attention. Oh, straight in with the console. Love it. Love the console. Is this? I love they painted it lime green like it was in the original. Right? When they had it in the Capaldi episode, they painted it white, right? I think. But I love they painted it green because that made it spark more on the black and white. Is that's Pertwee's costume? I mean, Pertwee's costume, right? Yeah, there you go. Man, I thought I'd be able to skip through this, right? I'm addicted to all of it. Oh man, Mark Gaddis talks people through it. Can you hear him?
Just to make the model or to be on the show.
No, very sad. It's the Jodie console. Nobody cares, darling. Nobody cares. Spurs McCoy, yay! We like you. All these are good. All these are good. Excellent. Yeah. Well, great doctors, every one of you. Oh, wonderful chap, all of them. Not you. Oh man, this is good. Oh man, look at that. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait till we see more of that. Well, I do like they had the that must be the end of it. Yeah, let's keep going. Lots of sonic screwdrivers. So that what's the War Doctors, Fourth Doctors. Oh, this is them in order. I guess. And what was number 11? Who had that one? And did they have the sunglasses there? I don't remember. Well, that must be the War Doctors one. Jodie's looks so much like a sex toy. It's a bit weird. Oh, that's the Rasslin one. That's River Songs. Oh, can you just get the Jodie stuff out? Leave us alone. And look, the more they put on that, I mean, look, this was a terrible monster, but still better than Jodie era. This monster really wasn't very good. And that's the time agent time jumpy thing. Look, it doesn't seem very educational. It seems fun. Teleportation bracelet. What's that from? 12th Doctor. The Witch is Familiar. That was a great episode. That was my first episode where I love Capaldi. Capaldi. Oi. Where are we? Oh, we're at the end. No, I don't want to be at the end. So I can play at double speed. That'd be good. Fine, we'll look at the mask. So we've got TikTok, TikTok robot. I like they got a robot of death there put in the middle. I mean, they must have made new ones for this. The host, from I did like that Christmas special, Voyage of the Damned. There's Handles. Oh, Handles, tragic. What a great companion, Handles. We never knew you. And look, the problem with this episode, what was that? Deep Breath. Problem with Deep Breath is it same problem that the Orville's have. One of the problems the Orville's having right now. Crows Godwin, how you doing? One of the problems the Orville's having right now. It was about 20 minutes too long. Cut that down to a normal size. It would have been okay. Right? He hadn't really found his feet. I did like this second episode, though. Handles. Oh, we love you, Handles. Well, I think he had a bit of a... Is that giant robot behind it? That looks like a giant robot foot and canine. I guess we're going to go over there in a minute. I don't know what that's from. Is that from Flatline? I think it's Flatline. I've seen it, but I don't know. Does it tell you? Go on, go down. Let me. Anyone in the chat recognize it? Okay. It's not a Jodie episode. It looks way too good. Okay. Let's turn the sound up, see what they're doing.
We are in tune. What we live on is.
Oh, it's a Dalek mic. Nice idea. Got a bit of. I guess Nick Briggs set it up. Oh, that's a bit educational to learn about how to do sound wave compression. So it's amazing that I think they still use the lip mic thing. I tell you, I love this Omega outfit. It's so much better than the original. This is really it's absolutely beautiful. I haven't seen Arc of Infinity for years. I'm looking when they finally bring out. Was it the season 20 box set? I hope they have a feature about this because I really do love this design. It was fantastic bit of design. What they got? You got the spacesuits. That could have been from like gazillion episodes, and then the Vast and the Raza spacesuits. That's a great little two-parter too. Dare of the Moon, I guess. Yeah, no, Vast and Raza, we know. Yeah, Dare of the Moon. Where was that one from? Was that the Chibnall? Was it 42? Was that the name of the episode? Could be. Davis and Omega outfit. I'm amazed there's never been an action figure of the Davis and Omega. Oh yeah, does it say? Oh, that's the one where he went blind, I think. Oh, gorgeous! They're gonna have all the models. That's lovely. That's not from Blake Seven. I mean, that's not from the Doctor. That's from Dragonfire. That looks exactly like the ship that took the Blake 7 crew. Oh, it is a Nosferatu. You're right. I do agree with you. Yeah, it says it right there. Nosferatu. Fragile. We get it. What else they got? Ooh. Oh, this was on the 2017 Shada. I really want to see the Ian Levine Shada to compare it, right? Because there's supposed to be a Dalek there in the Shada prison. Still, it's nice. Gadget. I remember at the old Longlit exhibit, the first thing you saw when you went in was the trial spaceship, and it was freaking awesome, right? Love that. That's a wonderful model, and that opening tracking shot. The guy got the job because there was a big opening tracking shot like that in the TV show Tripods, which everybody hated, apart from me. So he's done. He's off. I guess that's not a real exit then. What else they got there? But yeah, that tracking shot, they did that in was it City of Lead and Gold? Was that Sycorax? That's not a Sycorax. I've seen that before. That looks like a Capaldi episode. Oh, can you read that? I can't read that. Everything has been restored beautifully. Oh, that was from a Capaldi episode. Oh, you even see him in there. I like it. I like a bit of Capaldi. Oh, gorgeous. But these are the commercially available ones. They just like doled up a bit, isn't it? For there's the opening scene in Day of the Doctor when the TARDIS comes in and smashes the Daleks. That's all the commercially available Daleks they use for that. You know, the 12-inch toys. That must be in the initial Cybermen sculpt. Oh, it's full size. My mistake. It's a full size Dalek. I thought it was a miniature. But again, you get the first Cybermen sculpt. Nice. Look at that. They got Silver Nemesis on. You never really saw that on screen that well. One of the good things about Silver Nemesis is how they chrome plated the Cybermen. And in reality, they look really good. Before the Flood, that was the one. And the Cybermen had the South African accents. I always like that. I do like the way they made the first one look much scarier now. Right, they've really rehabilitated that. Bit of Davros. Let's see, modern Davros. Is it the modern Davros or the? No, that's the classic Davros. I think that's classic Davros. That's not Jeremy Beecham Davros. That's classic Dalek. Well, they don't really go together. You know, they're from they're 10 years apart. But yeah, lovely. You know, there's something very, very nice about that classic 60s original design, right? Again, it's something very relaxing about it. Very, very like, oh, that's nice. Oh God, worst monster ever. In the worst story ever. You see, get this shit away from me. Crying out loud. Having said that, the Sontaran from Flux was awesome. so you know, I don't know what to tell you. I do like the display of the silence. That's very, very cool. And listen, shit though it is, the Chibnall Sontaran is the shit though is a Chibnall. Their Sontaran best ever, and their Cybermen. I freaking love the Chibnall Cybermen. I think they're really excellent. Madam Vastra, and there, look. This is this just seems not as good. I saw it in the original long lead. They had Warriors of the Deep Sea Devils, and they look better. I hate to tell you, they actually look better. Oh, I love a cyber Ice Warrior. I do love an Ice Warrior. I even quite like the Ice Warrior Queen thing they did. You know, I wish they had more Ice Warrior stories. All right, leave me alone with bloody Sea Devil. Yeah, listen, I do more Ice Warriors. That's what I say. Oh, nice little infographics like that. You know, interactive things. Must be a fun job to have to make these interactive things for museums. Oh, just classic. I mean, just absolute perfect Doctor Who right there. Stephen Moffat. This was which is familiar. Oh, love this. I love the when you get a feeling that when you're in another culture, right? And they really do the Dalek culture different. I really love this. Oh man, that's what I want to see someday. Can they make a full-size tomb? That's when you know you're an awesome thing. You have a full-time tomb set, and you'll have a full-sized Ark in Space set. So I want there to be a special edition of the Doctor Falls, right? When the Cybermen, add in there a bunch of Tomb Cybermen, a bunch of Earthshock Cybermen, and a bunch of Revenge Cybermen, right? Yeah, you need to add in a few more ones, right? They only had those few, and I like you had a few, right? But add those 3 models in, everything's better, right? Everything's better. That's interesting. That's the original design for the Daleks, which they couldn't afford to do. Original design for the Slitheen. Before, I think they really gave it that baby face, right? They made it look mean. That was Rusty Days. They give it a baby face. What we got here? Okay, developing the silence. Oh, cool. You can wiggle the bits. She cried. Is that the head crab? By the way, I like Time Heist. It's very much maligned, but I really quite enjoy Time Heist. It's worth watching again. They get they wake up and they got that big slug thing that makes you forget everything, right? Yeah, I mentioned it because I like this episode. I thought it was a good episode. Listen, far be it from me to praise the Shomron era. I love the Dalek mutant on the wall there in Revolution. We don't want to put Revolution to the Daleks, of course. And I like Carvanista. Okay, I unabashedly, I think that was kind of well, if that is Carvanista, I think it's Carvanista. It's not Carvanista, then it's Marco Polo. No, it's Carvanista, right? I like Carvanista. I mean, like, I think it probably would have been better had it not been written by a moron. You know, they probably could have done a better job with it. But there you go. Oh, I love those Ood. Yeah, that's the original latest one. You can see them crumbling away to nothing now. This was always a NAF story, Galaxy 4. I'm sorry. No matter how many times you do it, if you try and do a reconstruction, you try and do it in animation, it's still a weird story. This story was never as good as it should have been. Smile. It was... there's a lot of really good, scary elements to it. And honestly, I'm a bit of a sucker for Bill Potts. These were never any good. That's from the Matt Smith story. What's that one? I can't remember the name. At the end of his second season. His second season wasn't as good as his first season. Go away. Bit of Morbius. Oh, okay, yes. I can deal with the Kablam Man because we now have a bit of good Morbius. And again, these things really have been reconstructed beautifully for exhibition. They really, really have. Look at it. Oh, love a bit of Morbius. And yeah, I love it. What's his name? What's his name? The actor playing Solo, and he drops the braid. And says, "Oh, Morbius, are you okay?" That was a mistake. They didn't mean to do that. Oh, I could spend many happy an hour here. Moisturize me, she cried. Oh, that's clever. So they've kind of like animate it. Oh, very cool. Yeah, let's listen.
Suppose you do, but please don't cry. Yes, I'm sure you're positively awestruck. It's me, Lady Cassandra.
Oh, look at they got some cool new dialogue. By the way, the dialogue of Darth Vader apparently in Kenobi was done by AI. Face a bow. Got my face bow figure up there. Again, last time I saw it in exhibition, it was looking a bit ratty. They painted it up nicely. They restored it well. Go away. No. Yeah, that's the right expression, mate. Piss off. There you go, real Doctor. Oh. Run. Also. Oh, we had a bit of Jacoby Master. Hey, I love his evilness in it. Yeah, okay. I mean, this was really one of the great final stories, wasn't it? It really was. Go away! And you're done. Look, I don't know how much they're charging for it. I think it's worthwhile, man. I think it looks fantastic. Let's have a look how much it is. It will do over here. Doctor Who Worlds of Wonder. Where is it? It's Liverpool exhibition. I mean, it really is excellently put together. It's a Liverpool museum, so let's look at the website, and they'll tell us. I guess they'll tell us. I guess they'll say there how much it costs. Screen. Worlds of Wonder. Scrolling down. Yeah, we accept it. Oh, I accept it, baby. Visitor experience exhibition, upcoming venue. Oh, it's traveling? Where's it traveling to? Book ticket. See how much it is. Oh, no, it's sharing the wrong screen now. 1 second. Share screen from tab. There you go. Let's see how much it is. Book ticket. Where science meets fiction. That's kind of a nice tag. So it's there till the 30th. Okay. So how much are they? Okay, £16. That's reasonable. Yeah, look, £16 for that, I think is totally reasonable. I really do. So let's change. Let's go back, see where it's coming to. Ooh, look what's coming to. Upcoming venues. Well, it's just that. This is it. Okay. Why have upcoming venues if you don't have any upcoming venues? That's dumb. But yeah, listen, yeah. If I lived in, I would even say it's worth a couple of days in Liverpool to check it out. Go, especially now the weather's nice, right? I would say go for it. I really would. It's looks a lot of fun. Looks like it's a lot of fun. Oh man, they got War of the Worlds there as well. Cool. That's on what's his name channel. Fine. There you go. So okay, let me look at the thumbnail. We'll talk about WestWorld. Oh my god. God help us. Okay, so WestWorld seriously jumped the shark in the second season. What we got to do? Got WestWorld. We've done the walkthrough. I'm really impressed with Neil Patrick. That's fine. So we're up to WestWorld. I'm glad I pushed the start because otherwise I would never have done that. So WestWorld, it's awful. This season anyway. So first season was fantastic. It was really, really clever, really, really interesting. Very excited to see what's going. Such a classy production, right? Definitely a classy production. Where was it going? Me Too Hell. Went to Me Too Hell, second season. And it showed it. Writing really, really suffered. It jumped the shark horribly. Absolutely jumped the shark. So then you had season. I stuck with it in season 3. I'm like, I wanted to see where they were going with it. The annoying thing is this: season 3 was very good. I thought season 3 was really, really interesting, but it seemed to be unconnected from season 2, or maybe just the storytelling has lost focus. They're very, very concerned on it being a prestige production, right? That's their main thing. They want it to be a prestige production. Right, they're very, very, very concerned about that. But maybe at the expense of plot. But anyway, so you see, at the end of the second season, you had the big bad, the Man in Black, played by Peter Weller, RoboCop. He was stuck in this like virtue hell after he was fooled into killing his daughter, and he was stuck there. He was like, and he thought it was going to be there forever as his physical version of him looked like he was killed. Then in the third season, he's back alive again. And I never understood and never explained it, but it was just lots of things that were very confusing. So apparently, because I had to watch a recap because I had no memory of this. So apparently, season two had a lot. You get the drama that you're caught in as it happens was very compelling. Like the personal drama was very, very, very compelling. But the overall plot just got lost in because it's overly complicated. And I think it's trying to be clever. I think it's trying to survive on like the Emperor's New Clothes, right? That's basically what it is. It's the Emperor's New Clothes, and nobody wants to say, it's not very good, right? No, nobody wants to say it's pretentious. That it's it's pretentious. That's certainly what I just got. However, the idea of that plot, the second season, I freaking loved, right? I did freaking love. It was essentially the main robot, Dolores. In the second season had she'd realized that all her kind were living in loops, living in predetermined loops of their own lives, and she freed them into this virtual reality, right? And then so the third season she's in the real world, and it turns out the real world human beings are also being controlled by the same kind of AI predictive models, exactly the same way they were in Delos in WestWorld. So the second season was an interesting battle, right? Where to liberate humanity, right? And so you had different forces lined up and a lot of interesting stuff going. This is where Aaron Paul comes in. And yes, I know he's a virtue signaling arsehole. Yes, he is. I take accountability speech. I'll piss off. I hate it. I mean, it just made you look so stupid. He was always kept in a certain career path, and it was kept as lower class because he was predicted to kill himself. So why put the resource in it? But it wasn't allowing people to be free, right? The battle of the chess match leading up to it, leading through the season was very good. What's the name? Let me look up. WestWorld cards. WestWorld. Thandie Newton, right? Thandie Newton playing one of these AIs, one of these hosts. Freaking awesome. I mean, just such a compelling character, such an incredible performance. And it's amazing, you forget, most of the first season, she was completely naked. And you don't really... She's such a good actor. You felt like it's a robot and it wasn't, a person. It was really, really clever. So she's developed into this... she's on the side of the bad guys, essentially. So she's... who's the good guys? Who's the bad guys? That's a whole other thing. But yeah, she's in conflict with Dolores. You find out that she smuggled out from WestWorld these black baubles that are a host, which is one of the AI's personalities, and you don't know who they are. And she makes duplicates of other people, what's her name? The boring actress who's the same in everything, plays Georgina Hale. What's her name? One second. Let me look at the full cast. View all, right? View all. Tessa Thompson, who really is just not very good in anything, right? A very average actress. So there was this woman Dolores, this robot Dolores made a duplicate of her and put this pearl in it, and you didn't know who it was. It turns out they're all duplicates of her. But the interesting thing was, as she was like living this Tessa Thompson's life, and she was like with a husband and a kid, she became protective of them. Her personality changed to Tessa Thompson's character because of the situation of life, and that was really interesting. Right, I really like this clever what's the word? Clever inspection of what AI would be like, what self is, what reality is, what it is. But I like all that stuff, right? I like all that. I think so. That was good. Again, it's bogged down by its like haughty pretentiousness, right? Which goes all the way through it. If they would just drop that and stop trying to show off that they're clever than everybody, you're really not. Okay, you're really not that clever. Right, that I have to spend time working out what the hell you're talking about doesn't make it sound like you know how to tell a story. Alan Moore's very clever. I sometimes it's work to read his stuff, but it's like you never don't understand what's going on, right? You always know what's going on. This is you know what this is like. What's the name? They did a Watchmen comic. What's the word? Doomsday Clock, right? Which is all about whoever wrote that, trying to show that they're as clever as Alan Moore or Grant Morrison. Is it Doomsday Clock comic? Yeah, that's the one. Doomsday, written by Jeff Johns, right? Yeah. When you see when somebody's not super intelligent trying to write like they're intelligent, that's what you get, and that's what you get with WestWorld, right? But still, this interesting story, right? So at the end of the season, they've managed to break into the AI and take control of it, and they've emailed everybody all their predictions about their lives, right? And they see how much they're being controlled, and so then you're up for this massive war, right? As society breaks down. At the same time, you got what's the name of the character? Jeffrey Wright's character. Who was also found out in the first season he's a robot. He's like he's hiding in this hotel with this other character, and they see society break down. Said, okay, I'm going to go into the virtual world to find an answer of what we're going to do for society, right? So he puts on this headset, and then next thing you know, he wakes up and he's covered in dust. It must have been like years have gone by, maybe decades, you don't know. And he's like, well, I was going, and so that whole plot line completely they haven't even touched. So anyway, that's the third season. So now the full season, they right up to this big massive battle, right? This big triumphant battle for life and humanity and free will, right? So it should be good. And it starts off, there's a time jump. First, you have no idea what's going on, right? And you really, they purposely give you no idea what's going on. And it's annoying, right? It's annoying, right? Like you're supposed to you're not supposed to have contempt for your viewer like that. Like we should not, even if you had studied everything up and knew what's going, and knew everything beforehand, you would still not know what's going on, which is annoying as hell because you don't know if you're supposed to know it or not. So it's really it pisses me off. He turns up at this like data storage facility that carved into like granite of a mountain that has a waterfall in it, and it's run by a cartel. This is never really explained, right? And he says he wants to buy the whole thing. There's some data stored there that belongs to him, and he doesn't know where. And says you got to talk to the person who stole it. It says, well, she's dead. And so I have no idea what she's talking about, what's going on. So he wants to buy everything. They don't want to sell. Says, listen, you're either going to sell to me at a big profit, or I'm going to, or tomorrow you're going to give it to me, right? Then he says, we are cartel. Blah, you can't scare us. So then the guy goes home, and there's all these flies there in his closet, swarm there. And then he comes in the next day and he's all freaked out. And he said, we're going to give it to him. And then they do, and I can't. And after does that. He kills himself or something. I have no idea. I don't really care. I'm bored right now. The pretentiousness is annoying me. So then we meet Aaron Paul's character. And apparently there was a big war, and it's 7 years later, and it's over now, right? Now he's got PTSD, and he's living with this woman and a kid, and he teaches the kid how to shoot, and he's very war obsessed. And he's like, oh, I've got to worry about the war. And meanwhile, Thandie Newton's living out in the middle of nowhere in the woods, off the grid. And she's found by a couple of people, and she hacks into them. I'm not sure if they were robots or if she was she's got the head cut off and like the top of the head open. But she might be hacking into their brain. She might have been hacking. They might be robots she was hacking into. But she's hacking into the memories, and she saw they were sent by Peter Weller, Man in Black, who's obsessed with killing them all now for some reasons. And who knows. And then, so next thing you know, Aaron Paul's always terrified. And then somebody actually comes to get him, and they're about to get his daughter, and then she gets stabbed by Thandie Newton, and they have to go off together because the war's back. Or so, who knows, right? That's that plot thread. Dolores, Evan Rachel Wood, I think she's in a virtual reality of some kind where she's a writer for a gaming. She writes the NPC characters for this gaming thing, and she's about to be fired because her writing's not good enough, right? She wants to do girly stuff today. No, more killing. Yeah, we want that, right? And she's being stalked by people on the phone. Said, why are you doing this to us? She says, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't done anything to anyone, right? And that stalking gets worse and worse. She goes on a date. She can't stand anybody. And you have no idea what's going on with her, or what her character is, or why she's there, or what's happening. I think she's in a virtual world. So eventually, one of these people are stalking her finds her and says, "You got to stop! You got to stop!" I said, "Stop what?" She's writing something, and then he throws himself off a building. But again, it looks like a very perfect artificial environment to me. So that's what I think is going on, and I think that covers it really. So no, I have no clue what's happening. Right, after having a very, very good cliffhanger to end onto, like finally you worked up to something good and interesting. Then you're like, "Oh, screw you, we're not doing that," and we're back to it. Just again, it has no interest in entertaining its audience. That's what it is. It has no interest in it. You know why? Because it doesn't have to. Right? It's a prestige project, and of course it's going to get renewed. Right? Or this is its final season. Right? It has no interest in entertaining its audience. It's not scared, right? Good art needs to be scared. And I'm sorry, but it does. It needs to be scared that you're going to turn off, that you're going to go somewhere else, right? Good art needs to be scared. And I think Star Trek Strange New Worlds, they were scared, right? I think they were scared. I think Russell T Davies' Doctor Who, they are scared, right? I think that's exactly what's going on. It's good art. You need to be scared. You need to be scared that you're not going to be alive tomorrow. Right? That's what's going on. Fine. Let's have a look at Bounding into Comics. There you go. That's WestWorld. Pretentious drivel. Really? I mean, but bottom line, pretentious drivel because it just doesn't feel like it needs to connect with an audience. Black Adam's descent to replace the dying anti-hero in a new series by Christopher Reeve. Black Adam's descent to replace the dying anti-hero in a new series by Christopher Priest. Okay. Christopher Priest is solid writer. I don't know, no real interest. Sasha Cali, the Flash actor Sasha Cali, honored to be the first Latina Supergirl. Representation in the industry really matters. No, it really doesn't. It belittles you stupid little girl. Something about a fan film, don't care. Pro wrestlers attack Notts County Mayor Glenn Jacobs, aka WWE's Kane, following repeal of Roe v. Wade. Look, guys, you need to get over this, okay? You just need to stop lying about it, right? It's like, the idea that they're going to stop black and white people marrying is just ridiculous scaremongering. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles voice actor Rob Paulstein claims question of what is a woman is an anti-LGBTQ plus talking point. I agree with him. I agree with him. It is an anti-LGBTQ plus talking point, right? Because it's that talking point that is not representing gay people, not representing trans people. Not these are not. You know, as I say the word people there. No, it's an LGBTQ plus talking point, right? It's a queer talking point, and it makes no bloody sense, and nobody agrees with it. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. You know, I said at the beginning, I would just like the bullshit to stop. The relentless lies, relentlessly lying about freaking everything. Just tell the truth. For God's sake, you don't be terrified of the truth all the time. And there's just relentless lies. Whatever. Although Paramount CEO says streaming services will not officially remove old content may find offensive. Good. I quite like Tropic Thunder. It's a good movie. Avengers Endgame director Joe Russell fan cast Chris Evans as live action Wolverine. Chris Evans can piss off, right? What, you just destroyed Buzz Lightyear. Pain in the bloody ass, right? Can totally piss off. Okay, so here's not what we're going to get to, right? There's a bunch of, let me go through the stuff we're not getting to. I might do in videos over the next couple of days, might save them. Doctor Who's Russell T. Davis reacts to Ryan Gosling wearing illegal Scooty Upward and merch. We talked about that. This is an article that we're going to need to get to. Doctor Who has found its new Doctor companion in Ncuti Gatwa and Yasmin Finney. No, it hasn't. This is wish fulfillment bollocks, right? It's wish fulfillment bollocks. Maybe it is this, but no one's confirmed whatsoever, and I doubt it's going to happen. And Neil Patrick Harris will shake up Doctor Who. Well, that's why he's there. Like, maybe he's the Doctor. That's kind of a cool idea. That was Gareth Morgan was the first one to say that in chat. That is a cool idea. I do like that idea. Maybe he's the Doctor, right? Is there anything else we need to cover? Because I'm finishing a bit early tonight. Look at that. I feel like I've been around the houses, right? Let's preview what we got coming up. Just share screen. Oh, no, wrong one. What we up to? Okay, we have done this. That's good. This is coming out. I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, if you didn't see it, it's all part of the live stream. Orville, very disappointed. I'm hoping this week will be a good one, but really, Orange Man Bad episode in 2022 makes you look like a schmuck, and that's just the truth of it. An Orange Man Bad episode in 2022 makes you look like a schmuck. Classic Doctor Who actress. I've got to say it in the tabloid voice. Classic Doctor Who actress Nicola Bryce, JNT Panto Gate Shocker. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. By the way, it's very hard to get a good picture of Colin Baker. So you know what this is? This is the Big Chief 12-inch figure with Colin Baker's real head matted over it, right? This is probably coming out tomorrow because I'd like to get you out earlier rather than later. Yeah, this one was a bit of a cracker, and this one is definitely coming out tomorrow. Already in the can, already to go. I'm the Doctor, but totally not the one you're expecting. Yeah, we're going to cover the that whole rumor. You would have loved Doctor Who in the 80s, Neil. JNT loved a good show tune. And the rap battles were epic and X-rated. They were epic and they were X-rated, right? They were epic and they were indeed X-rated. You know what? Before I go, let's have a look at Big Finish. See what's going on over there. Oh, yes, they got a tonal Victoria cell. That amuses me. Okay, that amuses me a lot. Why is it on sale? You know, wasn't it the bestest ever? Let's have a look over here. Biggie Finish. Tyler Victoria cell. What? I wonder why. How much are these things? Well, it's reduced from $8.99 to $8.09. Piss off. Leave me alone. Okay, none of this is worth it. None of this is worth it. Go away. Go away. So what we had this month. Wink was very good. Self-defense was good. I'm listening to this right now. The 9. Was it? It has Dreams of Avarice and Shell Shock. Yeah, it hasn't been bad. Oh, this is coming out this month. I thought this was next month. That means it's out in a day or two. I'm really looking forward to this. I love a bit of Sylve. Love a bit of Bonnie. I'm looking forward to this. Do they have a video of it? They should have a video. They don't have a video. Bad Big Finish. Bad. See what we've got next month. Yeah, listen. Look how many bloody how long these things are. 412 17 minutes at 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 32, 36, 42. 7 hours. That's a 7-hour investment. I don't have it, right? This I'm looking forward to. And they should totally have a video of this up, right? They should have a video for this. That's going to be good. Piss Off Unit, Seabird 1. No, not even a trailer. No interest. Who's writing this? Robbie Valentine, Alison Winter, Alfie Shaw. Fair. Nobody made me go, ooh, ah. Although I do have this. I'm looking forward to this. Tim Foley, Robert Valentine, Roy Gill, John Dorney from Jacqueline Rayner. I like that a lot. So it's 8th Doctor and Charlie, 6th Doctor takes companion Mari. Who's Mari? Is Mari? Oh God. Stops having the dream she's having. Maybe so she's not a real companion because these are all about the head crabs, right? The Tivolian who knew too much. That actually sounds kind of fun. And the house where when the 3rd Doctor and Sarah journey to the future of Earth, the last thing they're expecting to find is a on the planet is a haunted house. Invited dinner by the Hawks of Balhoun. Oh, interesting. Must be connected to the Mox of Balhoun and its ovine ward. The TARDIS travel experiences a strange and disturbing phenomenon, and the Doctor is determined to discover what's the cause. That sounds fun. That does sound fun. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, good. The next month's a little bit lighter. Jekyll and Hyde not getting. Yeah, listen, this is so not interesting me, right? Just so not interesting me. Who's in this? Like with Imogen Stubbs and Shaylee Houston. I mean, like, okay, it's the Doctor and lots of chicks. Okay, Paul Marks, Jonathan Morris, Robert Valentine. They're all good writers. I'm just not interested in the crew at all. All right, I'm really not interested in crew. The Doctor, Mel, and Hebe visit Sheffield at the behest of Hebe's best friend Elise, but Elise has undergone a disturbing transformation. The mysterious mindless facility claims to be able to change you for the better, but who decides what that is? Joining forces with anthropologist Patricia McBride, can the Doctor and his friends save Britain from the insidious alien threat? Okay, fine. So Patricia now, she's also a companion. When Patricia invited to a secretive Swedish clinic, from going a bit red in Helsinki. She tips off the Dr. Mel and Hebe, who go undercover to investigate the charismatic geneticist Killian Home, who I've no interest. Hebe, fine, so they got a new. Yeah, oh look, let's get some more chicks in. Yay, more chicks. We love more chicks. Okay. Imogen Stubbs is in it, playing Patricia McBride and Elise. So there's okay. Crowded TARDIS. I mean, it doesn't scream like you have much confidence in your TARDIS team. This one's going to be fun. It's got Maureen O'Brien in, I believe. So Luke. There is it. Maureen O'Brien. Didn't I hear she was in this? Maureen O'Brien. There we go. Let's have a look at the news. See if they got. Yeah, so Maureen O'Brien said Monster BBC Books clip. Oh, let's have a look. I mean, I only ever really buy things on download though. Like, I don't want to. Well, let's have a look. See what they got. Go to the deals. At Children's End, piss off. So not interested. Who wants the 13th Doctor audiobooks? No, you couldn't pay me, right? Originals bundle 10. Now, is this downloads or not? Let's have a look. Because if these are downloads, I might well be up for it. Out of print, only CD. Yeah, okay. I'm not really interested in, but who? I wonder who's reading them. Doesn't say. Narrated by Colin Baker, Fraser Hines, and Susan Jameson. Yeah, no, thank you. Are these the download? No, only CD. I've always thought these are quite fun. I've never got any, but I got someone. I had some credits on Audible when I wanted to close up the account, but I never got around to listening to them. So you got Shakedown, read by David Collins, and Screaming Shark read by David Collins, and Shakedown by Terrence Dix. Okay. I mean, Shakedown was a pretty good book. I have to say, that's one of the new adventures. Dalek Menace. What is this? The Chase and Mission. I don't know. This only on CD. I mean, listen, these are fun books. Is this the what's it called again? This is the. They're not books on tape, are they? I think they're the. No, it is a book on tape. There's an audiobook written by John Pill and narrated by G. Okay, fine. Fair. Can live without. Fine. So no recommendations there. Maureen O'Brien's is the with Christopher Eccleston. Writing opportunity still open. Not really interested. Anything can happen. This sounds fun. I'm really thinking about getting this. The audio annual. This sounds like a lot of fun. It's not that expensive as well. So you got lots of like little stories. As all. Do they have a what's the word? Do they? Where is it? Where'd it go? Come back. Anything out? Do they have a trailer for this? No, they don't. When's this out? I'm really tempted to get this. It sounds super fun, right? It does sound super fun. It's a good way of getting into this this genre, this range. So you got a Joe 90 story. Who's narrating all this stuff? Where's it go? Music narrated by Wayne Forrester and Nicholas Briggs. How long is it? That's the other question. 240 minutes. Yeah, 4 hours. Okay, that's for 4 discs. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories. So like 1 or 2 stories, mostly 2 stories a disc, right? You got a Thunderbird story. I'm kind of look, when I hear a trailer, I'll decide more. I'm kind of tempted to get the UFO one as well because I don't know, I'm a big softie. Fine. With that, I'm going to wrap up. I think I'm going to wrap up. David Mullen is here. Posting back on these BBC offers a criminal. That's why I just get them on download, right? That's why I just get them on download. Saul Shaimek is here. How you doing, Saul? Thank you for joining us. Hopefully I got everybody else in chat. DC, I think you're the first one to say hello to, but I don't know. Fine. Dookie Himmler. Trump is living in the heads rent-free. Yes, they are, unfortunately. Yes, they are. I just wish everyone would calm down. Life would be much better. Fine, with that, I'm hitting the end broadcast button. I'm hitting again, and the Wizzy